Well, hello, folks. Hello, my name is Benjaminzmiller, and I am the founder and managing director of a UK company, Alamo Mortgage Holdings, that can pay you a long-term passive income when you purchase our corporate income bonds. But I want to talk to you today, especially if you are a UK accredited investor. Maybe you're a dentist. Maybe you are some sort of a C-level executive and you're in the situation where you're thinking to yourself, well, retirement is years away and I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell my practice. I'm going to sell my dental practice and then I'm going to retire and I'm going to ride off into the sunset, or I'm going to get on board a yacht, whatever it is that you have in mind. But I want to share something that is real relevant. And we're going to talk a little bit about history in this video. We're going to talk about the history with the United States and the UK, and we're going to talk about the currency. And I think you'll find it very enlightening. I think it may be some information you may not already be aware of. As smart as you are, you may not be aware of all of this. First of all, I'm not going to talk about the old history. I'm not going to tell you about how my great-great-great-grandfather, John Malcolm Miller, fought in the American Revolution, and he served with General Washington. That's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about Yorktown and the final battle of the Revolution where America won its independence. I mean, for this video, I want you to take a friendly message from one of your colonists. And what I want you to think about is the history of the British pound sterling versus the US dollar. I'd like you to consider the exchange rate, how much it has changed over the years, because you hear all the time about the exchange rates going up, it's going down. I mean, nobody can keep track of it, right? I mean, what's it doing? Why don't we talk about the long trend? I'm not talking about what it's going to do in a month. I'm not talking about what it's going to do in even a year. I'm talking about the long trend. And if you went back to the end of World War II, when the Bretton Woods Agreement was implemented, at that time, the British pound sterling, one British pound would buy 4 American dollars. So you traded in 1 pound, you'd get 4 American dollars. Now look at it. The pound has lost value against the dollar. The pound has lost value against the dollar over and over and over again against the decades. Now we find ourselves in the year 2023, and that same pound, if you were to trade it in, instead of getting 4 American dollars, you're only getting $1.20, $1.21 as of the 1st of January 2023, if memory serves. My point is, that is not a good situation if you hold British pounds. And with you being a UK accredited investor, I have a feeling you have a lot of your portfolio in British pounds. Now, you've got experts around you. You've got lots of experts, but I don't know that they're going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. It might be that some of the experts that you've got around you, they may be great guys. They may be super knowledgeable, but they also might have investments that are denominated in British pounds that somehow they earn money by selling you those investments. I don't know. I just say it could happen. It's actually quite normal. Now, my point is, my company doesn't charge you any fees. We don't charge you any fees when you purchase our bonds. We believe in making money a different way. What we do is you purchase a bond and then we purchase mortgage debt in the United States. And that mortgage debt in the United States, it's denominated in US dollars. Now, that's an interesting situation. I want you to think about that. You buy a bond in British pounds, and we're buying mortgage debt that's denominated in US dollars. Wow, that's interesting. What about if you had a lot of British pounds and you wanted to get into US dollars? Well, guess what? If you're concerned about the long-term history, if you're afraid that your British pound, not that your government is not going to do a great job. I mean, we look at the long history of your government. I mean, they're always doing things. I mean, maybe the elected people that you have in office now are going to fix everything. And if they do, I'm happy for you. I hope they fix everything. And I'm not sitting here saying America's perfect, okay? I'm just saying that if we look at the trend, the British pound has lost a lot against the US dollar. And if I were a UK accredited investor, I might be concerned about that. I might be thinking to myself, well, what's going to happen in 10 years? What's going to happen in 20 years? I would be very concerned about that. If you would like a solution, you can simply convert. You can purchase one of our bonds, and instead of selling you a British pound denominated bond, we can sell you a bond that's denominated in US dollars. And the great part about it is we don't charge you any fees, zero. And the reason we charge you zero is simple. We just look at the newspaper exchange rate, whatever it is that day. We use the published exchange rate in the newspaper. That's the rate we convert at. And then basically you can receive payments in US dollars to your bank account. We can put it right in your bank account on automatic deposit, or if you want to get it in British pounds, we can do it that way. But either way, we give you an option to diversify your currency holdings. And we do it with no fees and no charges. And I would keep in mind, if you're talking to different experts, everybody has different agenda. You know, it's human nature, but it's something you should look at. You should look at the long-term history of the British pound and the US dollar, because it's not looking good for the British pound, folks. It's just not. And if you would like to, when you retire, be able to travel around maybe to different areas, if you'd like to be able to buy more goods and services at the grocery store, that is something that people are always interested in. It might behoove you to consider working with Alamo Mortgage Holdings. Now, I'm not saying you can't sell your dental practice. I mean, heck, that's a great idea. Maybe you'll sell it for top British pound sterling and you'll be happy and it'll work out. But what if it doesn't? What if that young dentist you sell to can't run the practice as well as you? What if he asked you for financing? What if he runs off your patients? That couldn't be so good. Maybe it would make sense to have a backup plan. Well, you know, that sounds interesting, but what's a safe investment? Maybe getting some cryptocurrency? Folks, listen, I know a lot of people that have bought a lot of cryptocurrency. And I know a lot of people that have gotten their hands burned on that cryptocurrency stove. It's just one thing after another, one thing after another. Something always goes wrong in that cryptocurrency. Yeah, sure, there's a few guys that win. You know, we don't know what sort of information they have access to. We don't know what sort of mathematics they use to analyze all this stuff. We don't know. But what we do know is that real estate over the long history, it goes up in value. And that is the linchpin, the key element of what we are doing at Alamo Mortgage Holdings, because when we acquire these packages of mortgages in the United States, we get collateral. That collateral that backs the mortgage notes that we purchase, as the real estate goes up in value, the collateral, the value of our bonds goes up in value. They become safer and safer. Oh, it is fantastic. Look, folks, it's simple. I want you to think about starting with something small. Maybe come in and do, for example, 100,000 pounds, you know, maybe do 100,000 pounds. Just do that for a year or two or three with us, 4 or 5 years. Or if you're sitting on the fence and you can't decide and you think, I don't even know about 100,000 pounds, maybe I should do something lower. Look, get in touch with me. We can work something out. I love to work with new people. I would love to help you with all of this. So just get in touch with me. Send me an email, ben.miller at alamomortgageholdings.co.uk. That's ben.miller at alamomortgageholdings.co.uk. Let's make this a great retirement for you. Let's make this something where we build up that passive income, where you've got some diversification in your currency, where you're not betting everything on the British pound or, God forbid, the cryptocurrency. You know, the cryptocurrency monster can come at any time. And, you know, the quantum computers, there's so many people that tell me how smart they are with their cryptocurrency. Well, listen, folks, you should do some reading about how a quantum computer solves math problems. You might not feel as safe having all your money in those cryptocurrencies thinking they're going to double or triple. Now, we don't know. Maybe nothing will happen. But why not bet on something that's a for sure thing? Wouldn't you rather have a win instead of chase something that maybe it pays off a loss? That's important, folks. Give me an email. Send me an email. Let's get in touch. Let's set up a time where we can talk about your specific situation. We can get to know each other a little bit better, and we can get you started on an annual investment program. Oh, it is fantastic. An annual investment program where you come in and every year you buy bonds, and we determine what your passive income goal is. And if you can't decide between dollars and pounds, just do half and half. You can do half in pounds, half in dollars. We're easy to work with, folks. send me an email, ben.miller@alamomortgageholdings.co.uk. That's ben.miller@alamomortgageholdings.co.uk. I hope that helps, and I wish you good luck with your investing.